Good evening, and welcome to a late night Parks on the Air activation at Park K-4533. I'm Travis, the Techno Hodag, and in case you didn't know, I am at Black Lake Campground in the Chequamegon Nicolet National Forest. We're going to try something I'm a little bit excited about. I love to operate digital modes in amateur radio, so my primary mode is PSK31, but RIDI and even a little FT8. I'm sorry. I enjoy using the computer to talk to people over radio. So tonight we're going to try something. I'm going to see if I can pull off a successful Parks on the Air activation in the Chequamegon Nicolet National Forest, doing nothing but PSK31. "20 meters might be the wrong band to start with. It's looking pretty dead, but we'll give it a few minutes and see if we can scare something up. Literally, I'm not hearing anything, and before you ask, yes, I have the antenna hooked to the right port on the radio. While we're calling CQ, though, I did want to actually give you a little tour of the station here. So I've got my System 76 Lemur Pro. It's a Linux-powered laptop, and don't worry, I will do a review on this thing in the near future. I've been meaning to do it. I've had this computer for about 6 months now, and I really, really enjoy it. And hey, how about that? We have a station copying us, so I'm going to right-click on his call sign here and select call. And then I'm going to copy it into my logging program. And I'm going to answer him by selecting my POTA report macro, which will turn around and tell him where I am and give him his signal report. So that's exciting. We've been calling CQ for about a minute and a half now, and we've got our first answer. We'll give the computer a second here to connect to the wireless. I didn't realize I wasn't connected to my jetpack, because I'm not entirely sure where this guy is. There, let's try that again. So let's see here. The station we're calling is in Indiana. So we made it to Indiana with 25 watts. We'll see what he says here. Oh, he's going to talk to me. He says, "Hi, Travis. Report 599. That means he's got a really good copy on my signal. I am the -28, signal noise of 30. So my signal noise is great. And that low IMD means that I don't have a problem in terms of overmodulating the radio or anything. And I'll go through that in a little bit. He says his name is Keith. He's in Franklin, Indiana. We're going to start typing out a reply here. K9 PDI DEW9 HDG. Nice to meet you, Keith. And he says, how copy? Back to you, Travis. W9HDG, DEK9PDI. Please call now. So I've got the beginning of my reply sent out, or typed out. So I'm just going to hit the transmit button here. And I can type faster than PSK can send. So I'll just keep going. So like I said, I've got nice to meet you, Keith. You have a great signal here into Black Lake Campground, about 10 miles north of Winter, Wisconsin. Park Kilo 4533, Chequamegon, Chequamegon, Nicolet National Forest. I am shooting for an entirely PSK31 activation this evening, and you are my first contact of the night. Hope you are well. How copy? K9 PDI DEW9 HDG BTU PSE, which is please, KN, call now. And then I'm going to do a caret and an R, which will put the radio back into receive mode. I do want to kind of, at some point during this activation, kind of share with you guys and gals how I run digital. There's some stuff that I do to try and ensure that I have a clean signal, and it all depends on what the radio is telling me. So on my meter here, while we're waiting for him to reply, I'm going to flip over to the meter here, and I have it set for ALC. So the meter deflection is not showing me power out right now. It's showing me ALC, which is kind of how hard am I driving the radio. And I'm not seeing, when I transmit, any deflection, which is what I want. That means I'm not over-modulating the signal. In all reality, I've got the radio set for 25 watts, but I'm not really expecting to see a full 25 watts at the whole time. I have no doubt I'm hitting it, because if I change the meter to power, it's sitting right around quarter, which is what I would expect. Just in case you're wondering, the antenna we're running tonight is the Wolf River coil, but I don't actually have the coil in because I have the long whip. So I've got the whip fully extended, and I've got my radials pulled in for about 20 meters. And right now we're running 1.3 to 1, which is a pretty good match. And I've found that this setup actually works really well. For power on the radio, I'll show you, I'll make sure I record some footage of it before it gets too dark. I'm running just a 14 gauge, about 25-foot wire to a set of power poles I have on the front of the camper behind me. And that's connected to the lithium battery in the trailer. So I have a 150 amp hour lithium battery, fully charged, I might add. So I've got all the power I need. The laptop's sitting at 94%. I can usually operate for 2 or 3 hours at least this way. I've logged the contact. We're calling CQ again. And really, this is just going to be kind of fun. I'm going to enjoy myself. As the sun goes down, you'll see some stuff. I've got a fire going. It's just going to be a nice, quiet night. Thankfully, the bugs aren't horrible, but I can tell you where I'm sitting, they're not a problem at all, thanks to the thermocell on the table here. So I'm going to get back to contacting some people here, and if there's anything to tell you, I'll let you know. Otherwise, just kind of sit back and enjoy the ride. While we're waiting for stations to answer us here, you can see the Wolf River coil, but you can also see a 135 watt solar powered briefcase. That's one of the 2 solar arrays I have on the camper. That takes care of my morning power needs, and I'm going to make a video about the power. That puts about 17 to 20 amp hour out a day. And now you can also see the other solar array. That's another 400 watts, and that gets about 3 hours of full sun and typically gets me somewhere in the neighborhood of 60 to 70 amp hour a day. So really, I've got the capability to make 70 to 90 amp hour, really, depending on how the day goes. Today wasn't very good because it was pretty overcast, which is why I charged the battery with the generator. But overall, what I like about this setup I have is the charge controller in the camper is very quiet. It doesn't make a whole lot of noise on HF. And I don't have to run the generator much. The only reason I ran it at all today is because with it being rainy and yuck for the last 3 days, we haven't gotten a good charge. Now, that's just the nature of the beach. There's nothing that can be done about that. So it's been about 3 hours or so since we got started. The late shift could continue, but to be perfectly honest with you, it's 10 o'clock. The thermostat, while doing a valiant effort, is starting to struggle to keep the bugs at bay, and frankly, I'm tired. We got 12 contacts in the log, so it was a successful activation, which is fantastic. Thank you to all the hunters out there that took the time to find me on PSK31. It was a blast, and I couldn't have done it without you. I might try and make a few more contacts tomorrow morning before the end of the day, and then maybe I'll start a new night shift tomorrow. What do you guys think? The other thing I was thinking of trying to do that might be fun to do on a video, it's too bad I don't have enough service to actually stream the activation, but I was thinking about trying to do a QRP, which is a low power 5 watts or less activation. Tonight I was running 25 watts. So down in the comments below, let me know what you think. Should I try a QRP activation? Maybe only 2.5 watts, a tenth of what I was running tonight. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, and we'll see you guys later. 7-3, this is Travis the Techno Hodag, W9HTG, signing off for the night. I'm going QRT. Bye.